Why was Joe Burrow wearing Jamar Chase's jersey walking into the stadium this Sunday? What's up, I'm Jordan Palmer.
With JP.
Breaking down the top 3 throws of the week, high school, college, and this is pro. Number 3 throw I saw this week. For this one, let's head down to New Orleans, Louisiana. Cincinnati Bengals taking on the New Orleans Saints. Now, at this point in the game, the Bengals were down 23-14, and the Bengals struggled to get it going early on in this game, but in the third quarter, they turned it on, and it was throws like this. Here's Joe Burrow inside the 20, 1st and 10, and rips a bang 8. This is going to have underneath coverage coming all day. That corner, once he does get beat, he's going to come inside and play that. That ball has to be high and inside, leading that receiver, but you also can't lead him too far. You got a middle field player there. Joe Burrow, 3, subtle reset, boom, ball is driven. Only place that Jamar can get it. Great release by Jamar, stacks him. And again, if that ball's anywhere but right there, it's incomplete. Joe Burrow ends this game 28 for 37, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 on the ground. Jamar Chase, who grew up 15 minutes from the Superdome, 7 catches, $132, 2 touchdowns. That second touchdown, by the way, was driving down at the end of the game inside of 2 minutes. Takes a stop 9, breaks 2 tackles, goes 60+ to the house for the walk-off game winner. And that was probably the reason why Joe Burrow wore Jamar Chase is rolling in there. The last time those 2 dudes played inside the Superdome, confetti was falling as the LSU Tigers won the national championship. The Steelers were 9.5-point dogs at home to the Bucs this week. This is the second best throw I saw this week, and I'm fired up because it's a guy that I love and is not getting a lot of love right now. This is Mitch Trubisky taking on Tom Brady, and actually Mitch Trubisky inserting for a concussed Kenny Pickett to take on Tom Brady and finish off a monster win for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So let's go down to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is the Tampa Bay Bucs coming in town to take on the Steelers. Now, if they don't convert on this, they're punting the ball back to Tom Brady. 2 minutes left, the 2-minute warning, and a timeout, down 2. All they gotta do is get in field goal range. We've seen how that story ends usually. But let's look at not just the throw, the escapability. 3rd and 11, high rush on the left side. He rolls to his left, so hard to do this. Everybody's covered, so he's gotta throw somebody open. This is Chase Claypool down the sideline. Devin White, one of the best covering linebackers in all of NFL football. On him, the only place you can put this is if you turn Chase to the sideline, have him extend it, but can't put him too far to the sideline because he's got to get 2 feet in bounds. And look at Mitch here, putting it the only place it can be. Chase is on the same page, move the chains, Pittsburgh wins. Kenny Pickett had the Steelers up 13-12 before he got knocked out of the game with a concussion. And because he started the game, he gets credit with the win, which actually snaps Tom Brady's 12-game win streak against rookie quarterbacks. But it was Mitch Trubisky who came into this game and made enough plays for the Pittsburgh to be able to get the win. Now, it's one thing to do this in a blowout, but it's another thing to do this with the entire game on the line. Now, everybody online is freaking out about this play, and they should because he did it with the game on the line, but I actually think this throw was more impressive. Let's head down to Kansas City, Missouri. It's the game that everybody was watching. This is Bills at Chiefs. Quarterback, Josh Allen. Now, that iconic hurdle that I'm sure is being like printed on t-shirts right now in Bills Mafia was a few plays before this, and it set up this throw, but they're down 3 with 1:09 left in the game at this point. Now, here's the concept. This is a bench concept. So somebody's going to the flat. Dawson Knox is going to inside release, get vertical, and he's going to run out of it. Now, typically, you're running that versus an inside leverage defender. So once you put your right foot in the ground and you break out of it, you have leverage. There's the sideline, then you, then the defender. At the last second, the safety jumps outside of Dawson, which a lot of receivers and tight ends kind of freak out and take it at a high angle or whatever. Dawson and Josh is absolutely on the same page. Dawson ends up, even though he's inside leverage, running around him, which turns the defensive back. Josh trusts him, throws it to a spot. And hey, when you're down 3 and driving, Josh Allen's not trying to kick a field goal, go to overtime, and let this come down to a coin toss. He's gonna rip this thing in the back corner of the end zone, touchdown, walk off, game winner. And Josh so far versus Kansas City, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns in his last 3 games versus them. The only other person to do that versus another opponent is Drew Brees.